You're listening to the Smoke Meat Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Pittman. Smoke Meat's brought to you by Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar Building. Such a great place to go. They make you feel like family every time you go in, and you're just going to love it. Jeremy and the gang just know how to treat people. So go on in there, meet some new friends, hang out with some old ones, have a drink or two, have a snack, just enjoy it. That's Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar Building. Remember, I goes to Joe's and so should you. Today, my guest is the awesome Ike Avelli. Ike is a comedian. Ike is a promoter. Ike does a little bit of everything. He's got a great show right now called 50 Shades of Gay. You get a chance to come on out and see it. It's been down because of the pandemic, but they've actually got some things coming up. They're going back live. Thank God. It's going to be so much fun. Had the privilege of being on Ike's show in the bedroom with Ike. And it was amazing. We had a blast. So everybody check him out. And we're going to get this beast kicked off right here on Smoke Meat. So how the hell are you today, Ike?
I am good. I am close to the weekend, so I can't complain.
Oh, man. Outstanding. Yeah, the weekend's coming for me, but I get to work all weekend, so I get to complain.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get a day off in between.
No, I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But at least the moon's not full.
Yeah, it was a week ago.
Oh, yeah, and I was so happy I was off.
Yeah, 4th of July, I think it was, right?
Yeah, 4th of July, full moon, 1st of the month. That means different paydays. Everybody else's payday, and Saturday and Sunday and Friday. Oh, hell no, I'm glad I was off.
Yeah, it was a good time. The full moon really set off extra fireworks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Did you see the video of what L.A. did with the fireworks?
Oh, my God.
That was awesome.
Yeah, there was a lot of different things going on this year.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just kind of sat down here in my little studio recording and editing and just chilling out. My wife and kids were out of town, so that's all I did. I did that and I cooked.
No. Well, see, now you got me on the cooking part.
Oh, man, I'm a beast. You come to Atlanta, you're fed.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, actually, I've been to Georgia already, so. Yeah, I love it. I've been to Augusta.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, no.
I'm
really?
From Thompson, just out of Augusta.
I performed in Augusta last year.
Nice. Where at?
It was at the Capri Lounge. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, okay. I performed there. We did 2 shows.
Nice. Yeah.
Love it. I want to come back down again, definitely.
Yeah, my home club down there is Joe's Underground down at the corner of 8th and Broad.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, they're my only sponsor.
Really?
Yeah, when I decided to do the podcast, I went to the owner just talking to him one night and said, I want to do a podcast. And without hesitation, he said, how much do you need?
Jeez.
And he bought my first round of equipment for me. And because of that, I told him, I said, you're on every show that I do, period.
Yeah, definitely. That and so many other things.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a huge investment because I didn't get a lot of equipment at first. But It was just the fact that he never even blinked. He just was happy to do it and had that faith. So,
yeah, that's amazing. When they do that, you really want to go to the ends of the world for them, you know?
Exactly. Plus, it's just a cool place. I mean, you ever been to those clubs or little bars that just make you feel like you're at home the first time you walk in there?
I love bars like that.
That is the way this is.
Yeah, see, they're very, very hard to come by in New Jersey. I mean, you have your mom and pop bars, which are great. Those are the ones I love the most, but they're hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it to you this way. The second time I went in there, it was during the day because I was going to go meet with him for something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I wound up going in the kitchen and cooking a frittata for everybody on the staff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just welcome home, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And I just love places like that. They call them dive bars, but I call them home.
Oh, the dive bars are the best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And doing comedy in them, it's so much fun because you either have the crowd that does not care that you were there, they didn't come for comedy, they came to get hammered.
Yep.
Or you have the crowd that wanted to see the comedy.
Yeah.
But either way, it's fun.
Yeah. And sometimes the ones that are hammered, they're there to have a great time, so they're going to be laughing their butt off.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, have you ever performed down in Savannah?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Yeah, how is it?
Oh, I loved it. I've done it twice. My first show was actually my first paid gig, and it was off of Victory Drive in a strip club in the back of a strip mall.
Wow.
And if there is ever a movie made of that night, Ben Stiller will be in it. That's how that night went. It was interesting.
They make the best stories.
Oh, yeah.
They really do, because you're going to have characters. You're going to have the whole thing. It's filled with everything you could possibly want in a story. Yeah.
And it was hilarious. There were 4 strippers. One of them wasn't working that night. She came up to see the show because somebody knew was coming, me.
Uh-huh.
And she hung out with us. I mean, she had on all her clothes. She didn't work. She was just cool. And they had 3 other strippers in there, and it was hilarious because you could tell the levels. You had one who had probably been somebody before, and she walked around with her nose in the air and acted like she was just at 54 or somewhere, And you had one who you could tell she was brand new because she was trying way too hard.
Yep.
And then the queen walked out of the back. I know you've seen like white vans and white pickup trucks that are riding down a road that have got all that road grime on the back of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way her white lingerie looked. But she was holding her head back with a napkin on her nose, pouring blood. And it's all over the front of this stuff. Oh. And I'm like, I don't know what she has had, but it was either not really good or really, really good. But when her nose finally quit, she walked around with that stuff on her all night long, just not bothering her. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is...
Yeah, this is not sexy. That's what it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Strip joint.
Exactly. But it was so funny. That night was hilarious.
Well, that's something you'll never forget. That's one of the best parts of dive bars, too, because you're going to see all kinds of people walk in and out. It's like I like to say, it's like the Walmart of bars.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy who booked the show, I'm not going to say who he is, but he was the last member of Members Only.
Oh, what?
And he had a leather Members Only jacket driving a Miata. And he was as big as I am. Yeah, he was as big as I am. And the Miata looked like the girl's lingerie did.
Oh,
my God. Oh, my God, it was hilarious.
See, stuff like that. It's just, you can't make it up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
Exactly. Now, my second show in Savannah, I have 2 words for you, and you should know these. If you don't, you're going to get your gay card pulled. Actually, 3 words. The Lady Chablis.
Lady Chablis?
Yes.
Is that a drag queen?
It is.
It sounds familiar.
From the Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil?
Wait, did she ever perform in Arizona?
She performed everywhere, but she was one of the main characters in that movie. Yeah,
I have a feeling I've met her before, but years ago.
Yeah, well, she passed about 2 years ago now, but she her home club was Club 1 in Savannah.
Wow.
And in the movie, she performed there, showed part of one of her shows, and I have gotten to perform on that same stage in that same spot. And that is so cool to me.
That's iconic.
Yeah, that was a highlight because she's one of my favorite characters because she played herself and she is just genuine, and that's awesome to me.
Yeah, that's that kind of talent. Again, it's like, you meet people here and there, but there's people that are just going to stick in your mind for the rest of your life, and you're always going to remember them. It's people like that I love being around.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And, I wish I'd been able to get to know her because, like I say, played herself in the movie, and everybody that I've talked to that actually knew her said, yeah, she wasn't playing a part. She was just there being Chablis.
Wow. And
that is so cool.
Yeah, and you got to meet her, and you got to be on the same stage, and...
Well, I didn't get to meet her. She had passed. But
she had passed.
But I had gotten on that stage.
Wow.
I was stood in the ghost footprints. I'll put it like that.
Jeez.
But yeah. But it was so fun because, Club 1 is a gay bar. And
sweet.
I could give a damn, yeehaw. Everybody has fun.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of friends actually came down to Savannah for the show, and it's guys that you would never picture going into a gay bar. And at first, everybody was nervous and uptight, and came time to go in, and they all had such a good time before, during, and after the show. I mean, it was neat. I loved it.
Yeah. I think the thing that's great about because I'm used to going to straight bars since I was a kid. Not a kid, but no, my mom used to bring me in there now. But I remember when I was younger, because I didn't come out until I was 43. So I used to go to straight bars all the time, go to strip joints, everything. And I went to my first gay bar probably when I was like 40. And I had a blast, no drama, great music and entertainment. And I had a ball, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever went into one was in Augusta. It was a place called the Way Station.
Okay.
And I was out with some friends of mine, one of my friends and her boyfriend, who was a big burly country guy, and her partner on the ambulance, who was a lesbian, and her partner, you know. And we'd gone to a party, and they said, let's go to the Way Station. And here I am, I'm 20, 21 at the most. And I said, well, I'm not paying to go in. They said, fine, come on. And for background, I was wearing a big black cowboy hat.
Wow.
And we're standing there waiting on my friend to pay to get us in. And I feel something tap on the back of my hat. And do you know Leslie Jordan? He's an actor.
Oh, God. Yes.
Dude, you'll appreciate this immensely. I turned around, and I still don't have proof today that it wasn't him, because it looked just like him and sounded just like him. Little bitty short rascal looked at me and just held his hand out and said, hey there, Garth. My name is, what did he say his name was? Oh, man. But it was beautiful. Just called me Garth and told me, my name's David. That's what it was. And it was so awesome. And I walked over to my friend and put my arm around him, and he clenched up. I said, just stand there and shut up. And it was so fun. We had such a good time there.
Oh, man.
Everybody
Leslie Jordan.
He's a mess.
Oh, he is. Let me tell you something. He just cracks me up everything he does.
Yeah.
Literally. He could say anything, and I will probably laugh my butt off.
Yeah, I've actually sent him a couple of messages here and there trying to get him to come on the show, and you know, I'm sure he gets 100,000 Facebook and Instagram messages a day. So.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But I think he would be a lot of fun.
But he was a ball on Will and Grace, and he just played that character to the T. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I love him.
Well, I hope you get him on.
Oh, I do.
I'll be listening in.
I do too. Cause I believe we would break some records with just, if nothing else, what's being said on the show.
just that, yeah, of course.
Because I believe that he is probably one of the only people who could outdo Ron.
Oh, God.
And that would be tough, but I think he might be the only one that could.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I'll even message him too and say, hey, you got to get on Smoked Meat. I mean, the name alone should draw him in.
Exactly.
Smoked Meat.
I'm going on that just for the title.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, he is so awesome.
He really is.
Yeah, and you know, I interviewed Tim the other day. And
yes.
Lord, he's a bona fide mess, ain't he? Oh man, we had a great.
This is
time.
why I love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why I love him.
And he is so hilarious. We had such a good time.
Yeah, we met. Believe it or not, I went to an award show back in 2013, and I was presenting. He was actually performing, and my table was empty. No one was sitting with me, and he walked in and just asked if he could sit with me. I said, sure. Introduced ourselves, and he was getting on stage. And he says, oh, by the way, can you just hold this camera and film me while I'm performing? I was like, sure thing. And then after that, I'm telling you, we have done just about everything in the entertainment world together.
Yeah, I know he's in some of your shows, isn't he? I know he was in 50 Shades of Gay. Yeah,
50. He's on a lot of shows. I wrote another show. It's kind of a parody of Grease. It's called Lube. Yeah. I'll get into that a little bit too, but it's called Lube, a Gaysicle, and it's I call it a love story, a twisted love story with campy parodies and classic pop songs mixed in the mix.
Oh man.
So it's a lot of fun. We had a blast. We got some good reviews, and we played the two female characters, Tim and I. and we had these two straight guys playing the male characters, and the audience ate it up. It was a lot of fun.
Oh man. Oh, I want to see. I want to see.
Oh yeah. Hopefully, we're supposed to be going to a theater in New York City, an empty theater, and having the whole show recorded so we can put it on live on demand.
Oh man, that will be. Let me know when it happens. I will be the
absolutely.
first one.
Yeah, well, there's some stuff. I was always a big fan of Carol Burnett show back in the day.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I loved it.
And there's a lot of that on stage where Tim and I will ad lib during the show, and there's a couple of points where I just completely lose it. I can't even go to the next line. It's a good solid 3 minutes of laughing.
Well, you know, when Tim Conway was on that show, I don't know the truth to it, but I've heard that he didn't actually have a contract. His whole mission when he came on was to break up Harvey Korman. And you know,
it worked.
The one with the dentist, he actually made Harvey Korman piss his pants.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a classic scene.
My favorite one, though, of all time was when they did Went with the Wind.
Oh.
She got the curtain rod in her dress, and he's like, I love your dress. And she says, oh, this old thing, I saw it hanging in the window and just had to have it.
It was brilliant.
Oh, man.
And that was Bob Mackey's idea, too.
Oh, man. And they were so amazing because they just worked together, and a lot of it was improv.
Yep. And the improv was the best. I mean, Tim Conway excelled at it.
Oh, did you see the one where he's sitting on the corner of the couch talking about the elephant?
Oh, with the Mama's Family, yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Oh, you could watch that over and over again and still have the same amount of laughs. It's just insane.
Exactly.
If you've ever seen him in with Carol Burnett when he's doing the No Frills airline.
Yep.
Hysterical.
Yeah. Oh, I love him. You know?
Yeah, I miss quality stuff like that.
Yeah. And for me, improv, it's just so pure. I love it because you're getting that person.
Yeah.
You know, they may have a guideline or two here, but it's them.
Yep.
You know, all of my videos on YouTube, I do character videos.
Really? You have to share that link with me.
I definitely will. I'll text it to you when this is over. But I've got the only character I knew who he was going to be before I did him was my clown. And
really?
His name is Murray, and he is a horrible clown. And by horrible, I mean his first video was 10 minutes of him doing magic and chugging a fifth of bourbon in the middle of all that. But it was tea that I was drinking, because if I drank like Murray, I would die. I'm not a kid anymore. But this past weekend, I actually filmed him. I eat hot foods also. And I have an Amazon list, and if anybody orders anything from a list, it'll come to me, and they can pick what character I do and what I do while I'm doing this hot food.
That's great.
A friend of mine bought me the white chocolate challenge, and it's just a little square of white chocolate, but it's infused with 12 of the hottest peppers in the world.
Oh, God.
And this weekend, Murray got to read the dirty parts of 50 Shades of Grey while eating this, and I filmed it.
No, and this is online.
It is online, and it is amazing.
My God.
It's only 3 minutes long because a combination of holy shit, this is bad, and holy shit, I'm reading 50 Shades of Grey, really? But, man,
while you
hilarious.
have hot peppers in your mouth. Yeah, that's pretty classic.
And this is Murray's voice. Imagine this voice saying panties and Christian Grey flavored popsicle. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have definitely got to see this.
Yeah, and I've got a character named Coach Dan. You remember back in the 80s and 90s, all the college football coaches had their show on TV on Sunday morning.
Yep.
That's him.
Yeah.
His name is Coach Dan Graham, and he does it all for the kids. And but the thing is, he doesn't have any kids, and he's never played football.
Which makes it even funnier.
Yeah, he is interesting. And I have a guy named Wayne, who he's got a big red bushy mustache, big red hair, wears a Hawaiian shirt unbuttoned about halfway down where you can see all 6 of his chest hairs. And this is Wayne's voice, baby. Wayne's all about the love.
Oh.
Yep, well, Wayne's a lot of fun. And I have
He's got
Chef
that little
Rupert.
Barry White to him.
Exactly. And I have Chef Rupert. Now, Chef Rupert, He's going to be a surprise for everybody because of the way Chef Rupert looks and talks. People assume Chef Rupert's gay. This is Chef Rupert's voice. We're going to talk about food today. And, it's going to be a while before I do it, but I'll go on ahead and tell you the twist because even if I tell everybody, it's going to be funny as hell.
Yeah.
He talks about his partner, Chris. Well, on his last episode, he's going to call his partner, Chris, up, and Chris is going to be a bikini model. And he's going to say, you need to go make me a sandwich or you're not getting any of this tonight, and smack her on the ass and send her packing. I just think it's going to be so funny because he is so awesome. I did one of him eating these things I made called heat balls.
Oh, no.
And, those bastards were hot. Oh, man.
Heat balls.
Yep, I made heat balls.
I have a feeling I need to incorporate that in my next show.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah.
Fresh off of smoked meat, some heat balls.
And if you want something interesting on stage, I've done this. I did a place in Griffin, Georgia, called Uncle Bobby's Wings.
Okay.
And before the show, I asked the chef, I said, what's your hottest wing? And he told me the one on the menu. I said, no, your hottest one. He said, oh, you brave, huh? I said, yeah. I'll make you one. And he brought it to me right before I went on stage. So I went on stage, did about half my act, and said, okay, y'all, we're going to do something new. And I started eating this ridiculously hot wing and finished my act. Let somebody do that during your show. It's interesting.
But you were okay during the whole thing, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you're okay with hot stuff.
Oh, I love hot stuff. The hotter, the better.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. No, I don't think I could. Somebody put in, it was peppermint schnapps, and they put Tabasco sauce, drops and drops of it in a shot glass.
Mm-hmm.
My mouth was on fire. They had to aim the hose from the gun at the bar with the water, and I was like one of those clowns at the amusement park where they shoot the water in your mouth. It was ridiculous. I couldn't get rid of it for days.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't deal with the hot stuff.
The cure is milk.
Yeah.
Yep, the milk is the cure. It's got enzymes that take away the heat.
If I'd have known. But I don't know, milk and all that peppermint schnapps.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
That would have been another show, yeah.
That would have been worse than tequila vomit.
Oh, yeah.
And just mentioning tequila vomit, I taste it right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever eat the worm out of tequila?
No.
I used to. It used to be my drink of choice. If I opened a fifth, I would throw the cap away.
Wow.
And I quit eating the worm the night I was sitting on my couch, and my coffee table got up and went to the fridge and got a beer and came back. You never ate the worm after that. That'll mess with you a little bit.
Wow, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about that. I love tequila. My favorite is probably Patron.
Yeah.
Love Patron.
I've had good expensive tequila, and I have had the cheap stuff. And you want to talk about being sick?
Oh, the expensive stuff or the cheap?
No, the cheap stuff.
Oh, the cheap. Oh, yeah. No.
Go get a big bottle of Pepe Lopez and finish it.
Oh, God, I've had it too. I've had it. And, Jose Cuervo used to be the best, to us anyway. But then all of a sudden, they had Patron. They had, there's another one too. What is it, 18?
Don Julio 1810, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
My wife's boss bought her a huge bottle of that for Christmas. Oh, yeah. That is some, I haven't touched it because, like I said, I had an incident where I haven't been able to have tequila since. And because I never want to repeat it. But, I don't do tequila now. I'm a bourbon boy now.
A bourbon? Okay.
Yep.
I used to do SoCo and lime. I do Southern Comfort and lime is my favorite, doing the shots of those. I don't do dark liquor that much. I usually do clear.
Mm-hmm.
Dark doesn't sit pretty with me.
Do you like vodka?
You love vodka.
Have you tried Hammer and Sickle?
No.
It is amazing. There's no backbite to it. It's almost like drinking water.
Oh, see? There you go.
Yep.
I'll definitely have to get that then.
It is outstanding. It is wonderful.
Yeah, because Absolute used to be my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Dirty Martinis more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
anything I could just taste the vodka. And when I can't taste it, I'm not feeling the mixed drink. So I'll do like sometimes Absolute will have a grapefruit kind of flavor, so I'll do that with some a splash of cranberry and some club soda.
Nice.
It's delicious.
Nice. I had to give that a try.
Yeah, but you definitely have to send me the that vodka. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, I definitely.
Although that could be dangerous if it goes down like water.
It does. I mean, you can get in trouble fast with
Yeah.
it. Oh, yeah.
That could be a good thing in a gay bar.
This is true.
I'll take a bottle, please.
Somebody help me carry this case.
Yeah. Screw it. I may just work there.
Have you got it on tap?
Yeah.
You know you're in a good bar when they have their top shelf liquors on tap.
Oh, wouldn't that be ideal?
Oh, man. Imagine them shooting that gun at you.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Oh, man. And it is sad. I can tell I've gotten older because I cook with liquor more than I drink it now.
Oh yeah, I hear you on that. I used to do it with salmon. I do like a Corona with in my salmon when I bake it in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
Oh, man. I tell you, I just did a salmon last weekend that a friend of mine, Kenny Wilkerson, used to be the bass player for Nova Rex.
Wow.
He put out a cookbook called Rockin' Recipe for Autism. And
sweet.
it's a bunch of old 80s and 90s rockers sent him recipes. And they're really good, but I did a wasabi sesame crusted salmon, and holy crap, it was good.
That sounds good. Now, see, that's one thing I can do is wasabi.
Well, this is really easy. I mean, I can tell you this one, and you'll remember it forever. I actually used the powdered wasabi because I didn't have any fresh.
Okay.
But you mix it into a paste and just kind of a thin layer on top of your salmon.
Yep.
Coat it with sesame seeds in the oven for about 15 minutes at 400.
That sounds good.
Oh, it is great.
Oh, yeah. See, wasabi, because I like trying sushi, and the wasabi always, I get it every time. It's just a nice kick.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This show will make you a little hungry, won't it?
I'm starving right now. I'm on my way to Augusta.
Nice. Well, I'm in
have the salmon ready.
I'm near Atlanta now, so you're gonna miss me by about 2 hours.
By 2 hours, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
damn. Well, hopefully I could get down there again if I ever do a show. Would love to have you there.
Oh yeah, man, I would love to. And hey, if you need somebody to MC, I'm your man.
In a minute.
Yep. And I know we had talked about 50 Shades of Grey, and you told me the 5th anniversary this year. That's cool.
Yeah.
A show running for just a little while is a big deal, but 5 years is really awesome.
Yeah, just the way it started was insane. Again, you mentioned 50 Shades of Grey, and that's actually how it clicked in my head. It was February of 2015, and I needed to come up with a show for Pride Weekend in New York City, and the trailer for 50 Shades of Grey came on. And immediately I thought, oh, God, 50 Shades of Gay. I have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Friday the 26th, 2015, Supreme Court passed marriage equality. Mm-hmm. And the next night, my show was premiering at the Duplex in New York City. And we sold out. Mm-hmm. And it's literally from there, I went to the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City the same year, sold that house out. And it's been selling out every cabaret theater since then. So it's been pretty crazy.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, the Taj is not a small place.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. Yeah, the theater we did was incredible. And but unfortunately, it's not there anymore. But as many casinos in Atlantic City are disappearing.
Yeah. But like I say, I'm just happy about the show. And I know you talked about the virtual show. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm the virtual. Well, I'm doing a virtual show now. I've been doing it since April 18th. It's called Live in Bed with Ike Avelli, and I'll have about 6 or 7 guests on each week. Everything from authors to comedians, singers, drag performers, and we'll do some old school. Like for Tim and I, we did a scene from the show Absolutely Fabulous.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, so we did 2 scenes from that live on the air in character, and we'd have a ball, and I'll do like a giveaway for people, have a contest, and we have a lot of fun. 11 straight weeks, so I cannot not perform.
Yeah.
And if this is the only way I could do it, I'm completely happy with it.
Exactly. Where can we see that at?
Right now, it's on my Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
It's via Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So each week I will put up the Zoom link with the password to get in.
Very
and
cool.
They can find out that the next show that I'm doing will be July 25th,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a Christmas show. Christmas in July.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'll be a little campy.
Hey, it works.
I hope you tune in for sure.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm going to. And if you ever need a fat redneck guest, give me a holler.
Consider yourself on the 25th if you're open.
Sweet. Let me look real quick. So I happen to have my calendar right here.
Yeah.
The 25th. What time is it?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Crap, I'm going to work at 7 p.m.
But
I will see what I can do.
Yeah, you let me know for sure. We've had some great guests. Eileen, got me some great guests too, and we have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, Eileen is so great. I love her.
Oh yeah.
Her and Jimmy have been so good to me.
Yeah, she's just. Yeah, Jimmy too. Jimmy's amazing. Ron, and just a good crowd. And you got to keep yourself around positive people, because negative people are so toxic these days. And the minute you start surrounding yourself with toxic people, you just don't become as creative. And
yeah, I mean, and that kind of grows like a cancer, and I hate that crap.
I agree with you. Yeah,
not saying I haven't been that way before, because everybody has, but I finally figured out, like, at work or wherever, when the dance is over, get off the floor. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting there going, I hate this damn place, I don't want to work here, and just complaining about everything. I hate those people.
Yep.
They keep saying, I'm quitting this thing in the morning. Don't tease me.
You kind of hope they do. Yeah.
Do you need a ride home?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'll give you a recommendation anywhere. Yeah. Oh, man, you ain't got to go home, but get the hell out of here. Just go.
I know, you're knocking the energy right out of me.
Yeah.
They really do. It's like sucking the life out of you.
Yeah, and I've had partners like that. Imagine being trapped inside the front of an ambulance for 12 or 24 hours with that.
Oh, God bless you.
Oh, man, it is rough.
Yeah, you're like, why are you with the IV and not you? It's like,
yeah.
It's like,
yeah. When you want to use the ketamine on your partner instead of your patient, it's a bad night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But no, I've been doing that for 30 years, and it's a lot of fun if you're a people watcher.
Well, I was going to say, you probably have a lot of stories.
Oh, I do, and the bad part is, because of HIPAA now, I can't tell them.
Oh, that's right.
And that sucks. My favorite joke is, I have a HIPAA joke to tell you, but I can't tell it.
Oh. Can you change the names to protect the innocent?
You got to change a lot of stuff. If they can hear it and recognize themselves in one part of it, then it's a wrap. Yeah, and I hate that, because I get so much material I could use.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh man, and it's amazing. We had a guy one time. I will tell this one because it's almost 30 years old, and if he's listening to this podcast, he deserves this. But I was a brand new EMT, and we got called out for an impaled object. So we go rushing out there. Yes, he had an impaled object. He was on his couch, laying down naked, watching TV, and the curtain rod fell off and got nothing but net. Don't you hate when that happens?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh. Never mind, there were no curtains on the curtain rod, and nothing had fallen.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing but net.
I hate to say this, but now I have a visual.
You should have been
What did you do?
We transported him on his stomach.
Oh. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Is this like Went with the Wind? He just saw it in the window and he couldn't resist.
You might have broken me just a little bit then.
Oh,
But yeah, and you'd be amazed how often that can happen.
oh,
But you need to make sure all your curtain rods and stuff are very, very, very tightly put on the wall.
of course.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Oh yeah.
as I sit here and unloosen them,
Shake the wall a little bit, make sure
yeah,
it's okay. It looks like it's about to go. Okay.
I'm standing really close to him. The bulldozer's backing in right now. Cross your fingers, not your legs.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, there's just all kind of stuff that happens, and if I were ever write a book, oh man, either no one would believe any of it, but no one would care if they believed it because it would be so great.
Oh, I would love to read a book like that again.
Oh,
Hopefully, one day you'll be able to do it, and those HIPAA laws will change.
yeah, yeah, because there are so many stories, and just the stories of the people I work with are great. You remember that old movie Mother Jugs and Speed?
Oh God,
I've
yes!
I've worked with somebody like everybody on that movie.
Wow.
And what's funny, when I went to paramedic school, the first day we were talking, and I mentioned that movie, and nobody in there had heard of it, including the teacher.
No way.
And I'm like, yo, this is your history, because
God.
it is realistic. You watch it. That was EMS in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, yeah, and that movie came out. It came out in the 70s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And our second day of class, I brought a copy of it, and we watched it in class.
Wow.
But I love that movie because, like I say, everybody on that movie, I have worked with somebody like that. I've probably been half of them.
Wow.
But I love it.
That's great. Yeah, talk about classics. Wow.
Yeah, and I've got a partner now. He's a young guy. He reminds me of a young me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an EMT, but he's in paramedic school, and he soaks up everything. And while I'll mess with you, I won't mess with you about medicine because you'll remember that part and you'll mess somebody up. So I don't do that.
Yeah.
But we have another person with us that raises bees, and we got to talking about bears one night, and I said, you know why bears like honey? And he's like, because it's sweet. I said, no. I said, everybody thinks that. I said, here's the real reason. I said, when a bear gets stung by a bee, let alone a bunch of them, it releases the same hormones as sex does for humans. I said, basically, when a bear's in a honeycomb getting stung by thousands of bees, it's like he's masturbating.
Stop it.
And this poor kid told about 6 people that. It was so amazing.
Wow.
And then he realized that I was full of shit.
I love when people go back and tell the story all over again.
Oh, yeah, and it was so great because I don't know if the people that he told went out and told other people that.
Exactly. It's like spreading like wildfire. It's like the game of telephone, right? So then the bees, right?
Yeah. But that was just so awesome. I'm like, you've got a lot of power with this kid. You need to be careful with that.
Oh, man. I love telling stories that aren't true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great. I've got a nurse that I used to work with in the hospital here, and he's a scientific guy. He's a really good guy. Here's the kind of person he is. He's a dad, and he just got his first phone that was not a flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves SpaceX, all the rocket stuff. And I'll walk up to him and say, hey, man, did you know that David Schwimmer is Alfred Hitchcock's godson? And he's like, really? I'll say, no, not really, but I did stay at the Holiday Inn Express, and just walk away. And I get him with it every time. I'll just come up with random bullshit facts.
I love it.
And
I love it. You know what? It's even more fun when you have a couple in you, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love watching movies with people. My family, it don't work anymore because they know I'm full of shit. But if I'm with a group of friends, watch something and just in the middle of the movie say, you could not even tell that was Tom Cruise. And they'll rewind. They'll start looking the whole rest of the movie.
Googling it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so much fun though.
Yeah. That is good. Yeah, I think I did that with Precious. I said it was actually Meryl Streep. She looks good.
Oh man, that's beautiful. That movie surprised me. That was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, that was. Yep.
'Cause I thought, okay, it's going to be a movie about a fat chick. No, it was a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good movie.
it was. It was a great story.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Mariah Carey was in that too, right?
No, I
Or
don't.
she played the social worker or something. I forget.
I think
No,
so.
see, I'm not pulling your leg on that one
Yeah,
because you're going to start Googling
yeah.
it now.
I'm in front of my laptop. Don't make me pull out Google. And who was it that played the mom? I can't think of her name to save my life, but it made me
Oh,
hate her for a while. She did so wonderful.
yeah. I never really cared for her. She's a comedian too.
Yeah, Monique wasn't
Damn.
it? I think
That's
it was,
it.
yeah.
That was it. Yep.
And after that movie, I hated her for a while because she did so great. I mean, oh, it was brutal.
Yeah. It was exactly. A lot of people said she was completely believable.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's supposed to be funny, but it kind of is.
And
No offense, Monique.
and what's really funny, I love it when a movie makes you not like somebody that you do.
Oh yeah.
Like, look at Dwight Yoakam in Sling Blade. I've loved Dwight Yoakam.
Oh,
In Sling
yeah.
Blade, he was a bastard.
Yeah.
What you doing holding that hammer?
Yeah, right.
Oh no, I just kind of woke up a holding it. You know, and
Yeah.
that would be a little unnerving. But when he pushed the guy in the wheelchair into the
Oh.
door, oh man, that tickled me so good. Oh, just the way he did it.
You're right.
They go from screaming, "We don't have any songs with words," to "Get the fuck out," to pushing him into the door.
I'm telling you, and you think you're like, God, this guy is so good that you're believing, right?
Yeah,
And I never knew he could act. That's the funny part.
yeah, yeah. It just kills me. I love those kind of movies. Though Sling Blade is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, Kathy Bates in Misery. Like whoever thought she was that going to be that mean and wacky.
Oh man, yeah. She
That's
skipped
it.
some levels of crazy on that one.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was pretty frightening.
And I tell you, one of my favorite actors, John Lithgow.
Oh, John Lithgow. Hell yeah.
He is so versatile. I mean, he goes from
Yep.
playing the dad in Harry and the Hendersons to the bad guy in Ricochet to, I mean, you name
Yes.
it. It's like,
Ricochet
shit.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite movies.
That's my favorite bad guy.
Yep. He was in was another movie too that he was in. Did you ever see the movie, that Stephen King movie, Thinner?
Yes.
Yeah, he was in that too. He played amazing in that. He went from being heavy to that thin.
Now that wasn't John Lithgow. Who was
Oh, that
it?
wasn't John. Who was it?
Robert Burke, or Burke is his last name. Because I was actually in a movie with him.
John Lithgow was in it though, right?
I don't remember him being in it,
You
but
sure?
he may be. I'm going to have to Google this now.
Yeah, Google it. I swear I'm not lying.
You're
on
going to
that
hear me
one.
typing. Let's see. Oh man, but yeah, I was actually in a movie with the guy in Thinner. I was an extra. Don't be impressed being in the movie. I was just kind of the medic there.
In Thinner?
Well, not in Thinner, but with the guy in Thinner who was Robert John Burke.
Oh, why did I think it was John Lithgow?
I don't know, but yeah, John Lithgow's not in it. If he is, he's an extra.
Jeez. Yeah. You mean that wasn't the wife?
He was the little gypsy woman.
Yeah. Gee, I could have sworn it was. Damn. Do
Yeah,
they look alike at least? I mean,
they're both. They both got two eyes.
yeah.
And a
Oh,
nose.
there you go.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah, it's
That's why I
easy to
couldn't figure
confuse.
it out.
But yeah, but no, I love entertainment because you can see people different ways, and you know when they do it right, you think, "Holy shit, that is them."
Yeah.
And that's the cool part because when you talk to them and find out they're not assholes.
Right. Yeah, I know. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, I interviewed Sean Kanan, you know, from the Karate Kid 3. He was the bad guy in there.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, this is going to be interesting, and it was. But he was really cool. He is such a nice guy. We still talk.
He's down to earth.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. They say that the worst characters on TV and movies are the best people,
Oh yeah.
and I'm learning that pretty quick.
Yeah, that's a nice part. You know, it's a lot of people always have to defend themselves when they play a bad character.
Yeah,
You know, that's not really who I am, and
Yeah. Yep. But if you ever have a movie where the part is just a southern big old butthole, holler at me, and that is who I am.
That's who I am.
Yes, indeed.
I don't even need a resume.
Exactly.
I'll give you phone numbers.
And I can cater too. So
Yes. It makes a great wasabi salmon.
oh yeah. Oh, you ought to have the venison pastrami.
Venison. Oh, no, I never had that.
Yes,
Venison and
I
pastrami.
make venison pastrami.
Wow.
And I make my own sausages.
Shoot.
Yes.
I am going to have to book a show in Augusta so you can, or I'll come up to Atlanta, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I make brats, andouille, pepperoni, you name it, I do them.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then they're all comfort food too.
Exactly.
Pepperoni, yum.
Oh yeah. I don't even.
Pepperoni goes great on everything.
It does. I don't put the cure in it because mine doesn't last long enough to need it because it's not going to go bad because it's gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because my kids they're killing me with it.
They devour it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. 10 o'clock and I'm hungry.
I feel your pain.
Starving.
I feel your pain.
Like I could put something, anything right now. I'll create something and put it in the oven. I don't care what it is. But pepperoni, like a stromboli. Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've actually got a calzone press upstairs.
Oh, stop.
Yep, I do homemade ravioli. I'm actually thinking of doing Mexican ravioli. I've never done it.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
I use my regular dough, but use taco meat or shaved steak with the Mexican seasoning, cumin and all that in there with the queso blanco, the white cheese, a little bit of onion and stuff, and
onion, yes,
and cook that and make a homemade enchilada sauce and put over it. I think it'd be good.
I think that's better than the curtain rod right now.
Well,
who's the fool over there, right? He could have had a stromboli or a calzone. Nope.
But at least it was brass.
Yeah, he's classy.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly.
He went with brass. Ugh.
Yes, he went to Jared's.
It's like a fashion show for the curtain rods, right?
Oh man. Oh man. Well, I gotta tell you, man, you're welcome on here anytime. All you gotta do is call and say record, and I'm here.
That is awesome. I had a blast.
Yeah.
A blast. And it was nice actually having a conversation.
Exactly. To hell with a regular interview. I want to make friends.
Yes, and you made one here for sure.
Same here. But
I hope you come up to New York sometime.
I'm actually thinking about it sometime in the fall.
Well, let me know. I have a couple of shows coming up in the city, so
I will definitely do it.
Well, you know what? I'll keep you posted, and maybe you could plan around it.
Outstanding. I will definitely do it.
That would be great.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I know I want everybody to keep on your Facebook page because we need to see when this show is going to be and watch this virtual show. And I'm looking forward to Lube coming out.
Yeah, and listen, if you're going to be off on the 25th, we'll talk before then. Mm-hmm. You let me know. I'll put you on the ad.
Outstanding. Well, I will definitely let you know. I'm going to talk to my supervisor tomorrow.
I appreciate it. Yeah, had a blast tonight, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right. Well, I appreciate it.